1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
Be a reasonable expectation on the part of their clubs that they do behave themselves, that they don't kind of overdrink. I mean, their diets, they're very much monitored, their diets, aren't they? The nutritious wise, they're supposed to eat the good things. Now, no one suggests that in their own time they won't sometimes have a burger and chips. I'm sure, they're human like everybody else. But I think clubs have a reasonable right, given what they pay these players, to say, we do expect you to, especially in the closed season, to stay fit, to eat sensibly, not to get overweight, and all the stuff that will go with it. And some would say, well, that's it infringes their own, ability to be their own person. But no, the clubs pay them, and they have a right to some control. Now, I gather that Mbappe has had a specific argument with one of the coaches at the club, whether it's to do with the nutrition side of things, I don't know. But I also read, I think this morning, that there's a petition on the part of the fans of the club that they sell him. He's obviously, what he's done has offended quite a lot of their fans, which I was surprised, because, we know what a class player, an excellent player he is, and yet thousands of fans have signed this petition. It might even be a lot more than that. I have an idea. It sounds ridiculous. I'd need to check this, but I think it was over 1 million people signed something. So whether it's sort of fans around the world or around Europe, I don't know. But clearly he has caused a lot of upset amongst people at the club and the fan base as well, being offended. So that's going to be quite interesting to see what happens there, whether he comes back cap in hand and apologises, or whether too much water has gone under the bridge. So, yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting one. But to come to the point, I think, as I've already said, that individuals must have some say in private life, what they do, and you hope on the basis of them being paid well, they're good footballers, they're ambitious, they want to do well, that they will make good decisions. But as in any walk of life, you will get some who don't make good decisions. Some have more temptation in all sorts of ways than others. So it's a hard one, but they must have the right to some sort of personal life, private life, away from the club. The club cannot own them, in my view, 24/7. It can't own them 7 days a week.
No.
Maybe in the season there's more of that, but in the close season they must be free to go and have their holidays and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a difficult one, really.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because you think, well, what if they sustain another injury, doing daft things like jumping off board of their yacht or whatever, then who's going to fit that bill, and how long is it going to then take them to then come back to full fitness? Now, Manchester United have invariably qualified for Champions League next season. How is what's his name?
Carrick?
The owner.
Michael Carrick? Oh. Who?
The owner.
It's a Jim Ratcliffe. I mean.
Yeah, that's it. Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Yeah. How is he feeling?
Well, he probably had the other thing that happened the other day to Alex Ferguson. He was taken away to hospital, wasn't he? Before the game, I think. Yeah. Thankfully, he was okay. Good luck. We wish him well. But I don't think his life was a threat at all. Though when you think he had that, I think it was a brain hemorrhage,
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
He had that, I think it was a brain hemorrhage, a brain aneurysm. It's a good few years ago now, wasn't it, when he was taken to hospital and I think his life was at risk. But
Mm.
that was some years ago. So all credit, all credit to him for fighting that and coming back stronger. I gather he was meeting and greeting people, as no doubt he does at every home game before the match when he
Mm.
was sort of taken ill. But anyway, hopefully he's fine. We haven't heard anything else, but I'm sure he will be. But that would have been one of Sir Jim Radcliffe's concerns. How is he feeling? Well, he should be feeling pretty good with the way Michael Carrick has done. It will be an interesting decision, won't it? I said earlier that they've got up to last weekend. They have more points since Carrick started than any other Premier League club. So that's got to go in his favour. I think they've only lost two games, as far as I know, and of course they beat Liverpool at the weekend. But only 2 games under his Carrick's tenure. So it will be difficult to argue against appointing him, particularly as he's got the DNA of Manchester United in his CV, isn't he? He's been there and played there, and so on. But I still have a feeling they're not going to appoint him. I don't know why. I just feel they want to go maybe for a more internationally known manager, someone with a history, etc., etc. But then, where are these people? We know a number of them, and of course, Manchester United have had some of those top people like Mourinho and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Sir Jim Radcliffe's thoughts are. None of us do, and they can't argue with Champions League qualification, this great run of games under this guy, and you could say, well, give him the job, give him a 2-year contract or something. But maybe they have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in their minds, because he did a good job in many ways, but it did sort of start to fade away a bit. And I'm not sure whether he had the necessary disciplinary side to him with the players, having been one of the players when he was there, alongside some of the people he was then managing. Maybe Carrick never played alongside the current people, the current players, I wouldn't have thought. But so maybe he can be tougher. But you may have that syndrome of an ex-player managing a club doesn't instinctively find it too easy to be tough, to be disciplining players. I don't know, may or may not be a factor in this. On balance, if they give him the job, I say well done, he's actually earned it. Because if someone does a caretaker job at a club and ends up with a qualification of Champions League and 2 defeats in all those games, what can you say? What more could...
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on